Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have another unusual cucumber in Borneo. Well, if you watch my videos, you know that in Southeast Asia they use cucumbers basically in two different ways. One is they use them like we do, making salads or a little bit of decoration on the side of some dish made from unripe raw cucumbers. The other ways, they take ripe cucumbers and make soups or stews or other similar dishes from them. There is also a third way, and actually there is a very big cucumber that looks like a melon. It's big and fat like a melon, which they use mostly for the vines. Some use the fruits, but some just keep the fruits for the seeds and eat the young vines. Well, the cucumbers they use in the way we like to use them, they usually call Chinese cucumbers. And they look, similar to the cucumbers used in Eastern Europe, not so much like the ones used predominantly in Western Europe. But then, all the cucumbers for the other uses, the big cucumber they use mostly for vines, they mostly call Timun padi. This means more or less cucumber of the field. And then they have all those cucumbers which they use for cooking when they are ripe. It seems that some cucumbers can be used for salad when they are unripe and then used for cooking when they are ripe. However, I still haven't delved too deeply in the details of cucumber cultivation around here. I mostly see them on the markets. So I already made a couple videos about strange rare Borneo cucumbers. There seem to be a lot of different varieties, a lot of different colors. Mostly those cucumbers are called Timun Iban or Iban cucumbers. However, this week was the first time I saw such cute little egg-shaped ones. This is the standard size and shape. There were maybe 50 of them in the pile. And there was a big sign saying Timun Dayak or Dayak cucumber. Dayak is a name for all the native citizens of Borneo. Iban is one of the tribes, one of the peoples which is very common, which is who are the biggest ethnic group here in Sarawak. But usually they call Iban cucumbers the elongated yellow or brown ripe cucumbers. So this one they call Dayak. Dayak is a term mostly used in Kalimantan, in Indonesian Borneo. When they use it in Sarawak, they usually refer to the land Dayak or the Bidayu people. So this could also be called the Bidayu cucumber. Bidayu are another of the main peoples of Sarawak, together with the Iban and a couple other ones. When I showed these cucumbers to some Melayu friends, they said, oh yeah, it's the tribal cucumber. So they recognize it as something that's native and typical here for Borneo. Well, if you look at them, I think a lot of those things have hybridized with melons. Actually, in Kalimantan, I found something where I'm really sure that it has a lot of shofar melon genetics in it. Don't know what melons those hybridize with. Looks almost like honeydew. But yeah, they are being called cucumbers and they are being used like cucumbers. Nobody tried to tell me that those are sweet cucumbers like on the market in Lundu, where they sold me some pretty typical cucumbers but called them sweet cucumbers, and I bought them, of course, because I'm a sucker for new cucumber varieties. Now let's try this ripe cucumber. Remember again, those are usually not eaten raw, but the ripe cucumbers are usually eaten when already cooked. They make some sort of quite watery soups and stuff with them. Basically, there is not much flavor coming from the cucumber, but when you make it with a nice stock or a nice broth, it can be quite tasty. Okay, let's try this thing. It's definitely tough like a cucumber and not soft like a melon. Well, it has to survive cooking. It's supposed to stay in pieces. It's cut in pieces, and then the pieces are not supposed to completely dissolve into goo but stay in pieces. So for this reason it's good to be tough. There is some sweetness, especially around the seeds, but not too much. Yeah, basically a cucumber with a very slight hint of melon, which is to be expected for a ripe cucumber. So in the taste I cannot detect any hybridization with melons. I just assume, because the cucumbers around here are usually really long and cylindrical, maybe usually 4 or 5 times the length of the width, or maybe at least 3 times. Well, those are less than 1.5 times, that it's a hybrid. Tell me your opinion about this Borneo cucumber, folks. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful and incredibly fruit-rich island of Borneo. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.